I know what you're thinking. That dude jacked. Imagine looking like this at 44. It's a science. All of you out there doing the wrong things, thinking they're the right things because some guru told you to follow his diet. It's so much simpler than that. Anyway, I'm studying, learning all about peptides. The more I learn, the more I experiment, the more I fall in love. Most recent Retatrutide, my goodness, get this. So, it's a next generation weight loss and metabolic optimization peptide that acts as a triple agonist. So it's going to target all three metabolic pathways at the same time. GLP-1, which is glucagon-like peptide 1 activation, which is going to reduce appetite, stabilize blood sugar, and enhance insulin sensitivity. A lot of you mofos out there are insulin resistant. We need to increase the sensitivity. GIP, gastric inhibitory polypeptide activation. Now get this. This is going to support fat metabolism, improve glucose control, which many of you need, and also is going to preserve lean muscle. This stuff is anabolic. You're not going to lose muscle like you do on the semaglutides and the tirzepatides, the Ozempic, Mounjaro, that bullshit. I would never take that. Retatrutide is the king. The third metabolic pathway is glucagon receptor activation. All right, so get this. This is going to boost fat oxidation, increase resting energy expenditure, something we'd all love to have, right? This is your body producing more energy while at rest. It's also going to promote metabolic flexibility. All right, so why does it make you feel unstoppable? First and foremost, it's going to enhance fat oxidation and energy availability. Unlike semaglutide and tirzepatide, Retatrutide doesn't just suppress appetite. It activates glucagon, which increases fat burning and improves your ability to use stored energy efficiently, aka all the fat on your body. This means you're not just eating less, okay? This means you're fueling better, feeling lighter, and moving with more efficiency. I started taking it, we're going on almost 4 weeks. I'm getting ready to get my new in-body. I was 11.5% body fat. I'm interested to see. I know I'm sub 10 in a matter of 3-4 weeks. Secondly, you're gonna stable blood sugar and cognitive clarity. That's one thing I noticed right away. First injection, cognitive function and clarity. So no more energy crashes. Retatrutide is going to stable glucose fluctuations, which leads to sustained energy levels throughout the day. I'm telling you, this is the king. This is the king, and you gotta hit me up because I've got a really good source. Secondly, or thirdly, gosh, I don't even know what number. There's so many damn benefits, right? Brain fog disappears, all right? With stable blood sugar and improved insulin function, right? We talked about it in the beginning. It's gonna improve insulin sensitivity. Your dopamine and neurotransmitter balance improves, leading to sharper focus and motivation. It's unreal. Third, elevated metabolism and resilience, all right? So many weight loss peptides lower metabolism over time. This is why I've never been an advocate of fat burners, not even tirzepatide or Ozempic or semaglutide. I wouldn't even recommend those. Never did, never jumped on that bandwagon. But as soon as I found Retatrutide, I was all in. My lady's using it, just put on a pair of jean shorts that she hadn't wore in 10 years. They're fitting. She's feeling good. Again, it's insane. So many weight loss peptides lower metabolism over time, but Retatrutide actually increases energy expenditure. Imagine that. It's like really hard to believe. And I've never, ever once said that there was a magic bullet to weight loss. I've always been like, there's no magic bullet. If there was a magic bullet, Retatrutide, it would say Retatrutide across that damn thing. Now, I'm not saying you take this without improving the foundational pillars, right? So you gotta get your sleep. You gotta get real whole foods, nutrition, sunlight, stress management. You've gotta get hydrated, and you've gotta exercise. These are just non-negotiable things. You do those things and you drop this in. This is going to jumpstart your fat loss. And so here's what I'll say really quickly before I get back into this. I'm not an advocate of taking something without plugging the holes or building the foundation, which is what I just said. But if you're someone that wants to see the scale move, that wants to look in the mirror and just see something, some results, this is going to do that. And so I'm an advocate of using this in adjunct with other things. The sleep, the stress management, the nutrition, the training, the sunlight, the water. If you need a jump start, give this a go. Now, make sure you're getting it from a quality source. It doesn't have to be from a pharmacy. I know that there's a lot of people that say you need to get it from a compound pharmacy. Well, the source that I get it from makes the same peptides for both the research only for use peptide places and the compounding pharmacies. It's the same shit. I've had shit from compounding pharmacies that was weak and underdosed. So just know the source. Make sure you're looking at the labs, purity, potency. There's a couple other very important pieces of information that you're going to want when you're choosing peptides. Less hunger, more drive. So when your appetite is under control, so a lot of us, right, we start eating in the morning, right, and all we can think about is food, right? So we're munching and snacking and eating all day. It's all we can think about. It's a thought pattern, right, that we become addicted to. So when appetite is under control, you free up mental bandwidth. It's a fact, and that's what Retatrutide is also going to do, right? So you're focusing on training, work, performance, other things, as opposed to when am I going to get my next meal? When am I going to get that next dopamine hit from this Hot Pocket or this bag of Doritos or whatever bullshit you're eating? It creates a flow state feeling, all right? When you're focused, energized, and locked in, because your body isn't distracted by cravings and energy dips, you win. You're going to win. This is, if I had to rank peptides from top to bottom, now there's a number of them, and I'm experimenting with a half dozen at any given time. This is probably my favorite above all else. Confidence and physical transformation. When you look good, you feel good. Some of you guys just need to see something, right? So you've tried all these things and you're putting forth all this effort and the scale maybe moves 1 pound. Now, there's a lot to unpack there because you're doing it wrong. However, Retatrutide is going to speed up that process. You're going to look in the mirror, you're going to get on the scale, you're going to see it drop. You're going to see change fast. And hopefully, my hope is, right, because I'm not saying do Retatrutide and don't do all of the other things like a lot of people do. I'm saying get Retatrutide, add it to the foundational pillars, the FitScript foundational pillars, right? Sleep, stress management, water or hydration, training, nutrition, whole foods, right? The whole gamut. I'm saying do it all, but what I'm saying is if you're tired of being stuck, that this is going to move the needle fast for you. And sometimes when you move the needle fast, that's all somebody needs to be motivated to do all the other things that I've said. Because it's almost like we're putting in all this effort, and Michael, I've done all that, and it sucks. I suck. I look like shit. I'm fat. It won't budge. And so we stop doing all of those things. Now we bring in Retatrutide. This is the mechanism that creates a change, a quick change, which builds momentum and motivation to actually want to keep doing those other things. Does that make sense? So rapid fat loss without muscle loss leads to improved body composition. It's fucking nuts. Imagine dropping body fat, maintaining or even adding lean muscle. Now, adding lean muscle and keeping that muscle is all based on how you're going to dose this. I am not dosing it the same way that these physicians and doctors are dosing it. I'm doing it way different for my guys. Way, way, way different. So the way that I dose it, the supplements that we take in adjunct with it, very, very, very different than what everybody else is doing. Retatrutide isn't just another weight loss peptide. It's a metabolic performance enhancer that optimizes fuel utilization, fat loss, energy levels, and cognitive function. And when used, as I mentioned, with proper training, nutrition, and functional medicine oversight, it doesn't just help you lose weight, my friends. It rewires your metabolism, shifts your mental state, and makes you feel like you can take on anything. And I'm living proof. And the dozen or so guys that I've got on it now are all living proof. You're going to hear from them. They're dropping body fat like crazy. They're getting stronger. You should see the messages. Maybe I'll tie them into this video and I'll show you, or I'll...
Working with Michael privately while on Retatrutide has been a true game changer for me. Not only was I able to lose 8 pounds, but I was also able to put on lean muscle mass simultaneously. My dosing schedule was carefully structured based on his guidance, and I stuck to it consistently. But honestly, what I appreciate the most is just having him in your corner, checking in, making adjustments, and supporting you every step of the way, even down to the dosage and how often you're using it. So honestly, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling leaner, stronger, and in control of my health more than ever before. And I'm committed to just continue this journey. So this is just the beginning. And to that, I want to say thank you, Michael. Appreciate you.
Get in touch with me if you want to do this right and you want the best and you want to look amazing, think clearly, have energy at 44 like me. Maybe you should hit up a guy that looks like me, that knows what I know, and that is flat out getting results for every single one of his clients, bar none. I do not fail my clients. I never fail, ever. You can count on that.